If I ever get to a point where I am dating a man and I open my mouth to ask for advice on what I should do to handle some toxic behavior that he has shown me, my friends know to stop talking to me until I stop seeing this person. I am too old to be like I was in my 20s and even in my 30s. I can't believe he said this. I can't believe he did this. What should I do if he says this? What should I say? And last week he said this, and last week I'm way too old for that. If it gets to a point where I am now complaining and talking about you every single time I see my friends, we've gone too far. I've let things go far too far, and we need to end them now. I once heard someone say that it's an act of self-harm when you see the red flags, you know what they're doing, but you choose to accept it and proceed. We look at people who have eating disorders, who cut themselves, who are alcoholics, and we're like, oh, we feel pity for them because they're harming themselves. But you can also be addicted to toxicity. Now, you guys have seen a couple of the videos that I have done where I'm like, this is another episode of things people with no drama in their life get excited about, and it's another Starbucks cup or a purse that I bought. If you are someone who doesn't have any drama going on in their life, everything's pretty chill. If you're not careful, you will get bored and you will start to create drama. You won't make content. You won't work on, exercising. You won't focus on a new hobby or read a new book. You will go out and seek some type of drama, whether that be relationships or gossiping about people. But for most women, it's always going to be in the form, more than likely, in the form of a relationship. You don't know what to do with yourself. You got time to waste. So why not get with a man who's wasting your time and then sit on the phone with your friends for hours at a time asking, what should I do about him? He didn't come home last night. He talked to me like I was crazy. He called me a bitch. He didn't get me anything for my birthday. What should I do? We have to actively make the decision to channel our boredom. I guess I'm not bored. Or to channel our energy to positive things. Okay? Take a cooking class, an acting class, start hiking. I don't know. Look up recipes and learn how to cook something new every week. Join a book club. We have to focus our energy on positive things that have nothing to do with relationships. When I look back at my life, when I was in those toxic, horrible relationships, I was not spending time chasing my dreams and doing things that were really important, that would really make a difference in my life. And sometimes we don't feel significant, so this drama that we're now bringing to our friend groups makes us feel significant because, I can't wait to tell my friends what he said this time. I can't wait to tell my friends what we argued about. And then you're talking to your friends, can you believe that he said this? Can you believe that he said that? Yeah, I can believe it because you've been talking about it every time we get together. If you're going to be addicted to something, be addicted to your health, your fitness, your mental health. Developing some kind of new craft or skill. A lot of times, after a breakup, it's not even necessarily the guy that we're heartbroken about and that we miss. It's the fact that we have no more drama to report and we lose our significance in a way. We have nothing to bring to the table as far as conversation when we hang out with our friends or when we're sitting with our coworkers. We have nothing else to say because that relationship is over. We're not arguing anymore. And we miss that drama, that excitement, that dopamine rush of energy. If we as women focused on making our dreams come true, this world would be such a very interestingly good place. There are so many of you who could write a book or start a podcast or start making content or start working on yourself in some way and really change your life for the better. Possibly do something that's positive that can earn you some money. But instead you're chasing up around this guy and running back and forth to your friends asking for advice when the advice is just to leave his ass. And I'm too old for that. After a certain age, I'm just going to say it. People call me rude and aggressive, so I'm just going to own it. After a certain age, you just look stupid. I get it. 20s and 30s, you're still figuring yourself out, especially in your 20s, your brain hasn't developed until your late 20s. I can get that. But after a certain age, it's kind of like, okay, you kind of know the routine at this point, It's really like arrested development. And how do I say this without sounding judgmental? I feel bad for women after a certain age who are still in this push-pull relationship with these men. Can you believe what he said? What should I do about this? I'm just like, no, I don't want to hear that. Outside of me talking about men and getting paid for it, me and my friends don't talk about men. We don't. We're talking about doing lives and podcasts, and what book are you working on? Where did you travel to this weekend? Stuff like that really matters. If you are the friend in the friend group who all you have to contribute is talking about some drama you're going through in a relationship, that's a sign that it's time to break up. Because that's all you have to talk about. There's nothing you have going on in your life. There's no dreams you can be chasing. There's no place you want to. There's nothing else you can be doing besides talking about a man who has shown you he doesn't care about you. Like, the answer is simple: break up or make a plan to leave. I can't do it. I can't hear it. I always set a boundary. If somebody asks me for advice, I always ask, number one, are you just venting or do you want feedback? And number two, have you made an active plan to leave? I understand you can't leave today, sure, but have you made a plan that you are working towards to leave? Because I don't want to hear this every time we get together. And it's not because I'm being an asshole and I'm not caring. Sure, once you go through the breakup or the divorce, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be your shoulder to cry on. Let's go get Starbucks. Let's go get lunch and sort through these feelings. But I don't want to be in the midst of it when you're just going back for more drama, to be torn down some more, to be hurt some more. That is stressful on the people you're venting to, because we have to sit back and watch this train wreck happen, and there's nothing we can do, because even if we do intervene, you're just going to go back. So a lot of us need to sit and really reevaluate our lives and the things that we're focusing on and giving our energy to that we can never get back, and redirect to a more positive path.